Hi, welcome to Focus and Faith. I am Eva, your host, and thank you so very much for joining me once again here on Focus and Faith. I want to say thank you to those who have joined me for the first time. Welcome into the fold. This show is all about you, understanding who you are as a spiritual being, navigating this earth as one. So did you get that? You are a spiritual being housed in this body, navigating this journey that you're living right here on this earth. Okay? In doing so, you get connected with your spirit. That is that voice, that's you when you're talking to yourself. Who is that? Yourself. That is the spirit that you were born with, you came here with. All right? That spirit can also connect you to the higher source, higher power, creator, God. Okay? Spiritual realm. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about living our lives as spiritual beings, navigating this earth by listening to our spirit. Okay? Making that connection to God. All right? So that we can guide our life and with focus, okay? With intention, all right? And positivity, positive thinking. Change the way you see things so what you see will change. That's been my motto. I have shared it with you all. For you newcomers, go back, all right? Go back. There's plenty of videos out here, but we are growing and we are moving on. All right. So if you want to get the foundation of what we're talking about, you have to go back. All right, because we are limited on our time. So we had started saying fast food, fast food, fast food because of the time. All right. So sometimes we have to do part 1, part 2, and part 3 just to get everything in. So stay tuned. This week, we are talking about passing the spiritual torch. All right, Eva, what are you talking about passing the spiritual torch? How do I pass a spiritual torch? What is that? I am going to tell you in just 1 second. But what I first want you to do is grab your handy dandy notebooks. Get it out, all right? You might want to write Focus and Faith on your notebook so you'll remember which one you have and the ones that you have all of your notes in, okay? Because it's important. It's important to understand what you're doing and then understand when it's happening. When it's happening. So you can go back to your notes and say, on this day, we talked about this, and Eva gave us homework. So I haven't been given a lot of homework here lately, but we're going to get back to doing homework. All right. And some of it is just research. Others is paying attention, thinking about someone and they call you. Listen to your voice that's telling you, wait a minute, don't shut the door without them keys. It could be any number of things. Don't make that left hand turn. Make a right turn. Go straight. This is the guidance that your spirit is giving you. And you really have to start focusing in, paying attention. All right. And then have enough faith, all right, in your spirit to know that it will never fail you. It will never guide you wrong. All right. It is faithful and just for you. All right. So passing the spiritual torch. So I just want to share this with you because it was a very interesting conversation that I had with someone that I really love and respect dearly. Okay, and I always try to have, if I don't have some paper when I'm talking to this person, I will go to the notes in my phone because this person is filled with a wealth of knowledge. All right, spiritual as well as natural. And we talked about spiritual knowledge and natural knowledge in past videos, but that was early on in the show. Natural knowledge is your educational, institutional level knowledge, you know, what you've learned through grade school and middle school and high school and college and PhDs, for those of you who got that extended education out there, all right? And your spiritual knowledge is your knowing, your awareness of who you are, okay? And listening to your spirit inside of you that guides you, that makes you can make that right connection. All right. So in talking with this person, I wrote down some notes and I wanted to share it with you because it was very profound. Very profound. So what does it mean to pass the spiritual torch? Passing the spiritual torch, for example, is something that Martin Luther King did. All right. When he had that I Have a Dream speech, he passed that spiritual torch then to the rest of you when he said, I've been to the mountaintop. I've seen over on the other side. I may not get there with you. Do you all know that? If you don't know that speech, go listen to it. It is great. It is powerful. Jesus did the same thing. Jesus did the same thing when he said to his disciples, I'm giving you this, and you're going to do greater than I have. You're going to be greater than me. All right? So those are situations where spiritual torches were passed knowingly. There are other times when spiritual torches are passed unknowingly, okay? Because some people die before their time. They go before their time. Well, what do you mean, Eva? I've always heard that it was in God's time and that God did this and God did that. And God always knows. Everybody's time is their destiny. Well, everybody's time is their destiny because we're all going to die. We're all going to leave here. But don't take what you have to the grave with you. Did you hear me? Did you catch that? Don't take it with you. All right. So from my notes, one of the things that I wrote down, and this is what I wrote. The title was Quotes to Live By. All right. To live by. Okay. And we're talking again about passing the spiritual torch. This is our subject. All right. So a person doesn't want to die with the music still in them. For example, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson still had 50 songs in his repertoire, okay, before he passed away. All right. So what happens to that music? You know, sometimes you get people saying, well, I was going to do that. I was going to do this. That song that was familiar to me. You know, I had heard that song, but I didn't do anything with it. And oh, by the way, Michael Jackson did it. Or a movie or a script. You can probably think of thousands of things in your life, maybe hundreds, maybe two, maybe three, maybe just one thing that you said in your life, I was going to do that. You know, I thought about that, but I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know where to start. And then someone else has already done it. Okay? So we're talking about not wanting to die with what you have in you, your gifts that you have in you. All right? All right? Because you have to share them. You have to pass that torch on to someone else. Okay? Now we get to hear some of his music, all right, through his family who has released it and whoever else that owns his music. You know, we get to hear it through that way. But what I'm saying to you is that, again, the richest place in the world is the graveyard, because some people have died with all of their wealth. You know, there are wealthy people that are dying with all that wealth. You can't take it to the grave with you, you know. So a lot of times what you want to do is you want to set your family members up. If you've already done that, you want to give out outreach programs and things like that. But what you want to do is you want to educate and finance. You know, we don't want to just, okay, there's a homeless person. Here's $5. Find out what that person needs. What are their needs? You know, get to know them if you can. You know, I do what I can, Eva. I do what I can. I don't have anything to offer them, but you may know someone. All right, so let's keep moving because I want to get to these quotes. So get your pen and paper. You got it? All right, are you ready? Quotes to live by. 1 degree or let's just say this, you are 1 degree away from your life changing. Find that one person you are supposed to affiliate with. These are the quotes that I was given by my dear friend. Okay, so write it down. 1 degree, because you probably heard 6 degrees of separation. All right, you probably heard that quote before. It's 1 degree. It's one person that you can meet that can change your life forever. And I'm not saying, oh, go out here looking for one person. Oh, where's that one person? Where I find him or her? And try to have a relationship in those things. It's not about that. There's at some point in your life, someone is going to cross your path, or you may cross their path, okay? And you may be able to help them. So when you do meet this person, feel for that energy, okay? And we're not going to get through all of this. We're going to have part 2 and possibly part 3. But understand the energy and connection that you make with that person when your thoughts, your emotions, and your ideas connect, when they sound similar or the same, or you feeling that vibe that you all have the possibilities of doing something together, okay? Do it, explore it, and not from an emotional attraction way, okay? But the emotional energy and drive that you feel when you're communicating with each other. Are you following me? Do you get me? 1 degree. All it takes is one person for you or somebody else to come and mentor you. Listen to what they're saying. Allow them to guide you, all right, and to train you. I know this and I know that. You just may know, but somebody else know too, all right? And they may be able to get you from point A to point Z overnight. You know, people are in the music industry, they look for managers and agents that can get them from point A to point Z in a flash. And a flash may be a year or 2, but when you look back, it's like a year is gone and you're already at the point where you're making things happen. Don't let your dreams die, okay? Pass that spiritual torch. If you are a person of great knowledge, great wealth, great energy, great understanding, okay, about what it is that you do, are you the subject matter expert? And if you are, pass the spiritual torch, okay? We are running out of time. Let me give you another one, okay? It's not who you know, but who knows you. I'm going to say that again. It is not who you know, but who knows you. If you are that person, that's the subject matter expert, okay? And you are teaching people, or you are working with people, you are training people, or you're just conversating with someone, okay? And that person understands that you are a subject matter expert in that area. They are going to tell somebody else that they talk to you, just like I'm doing right now. And I am hoping that we can have this special person on the show, okay? So you guys pray with me on that one, because this person will absolutely blow your mind, okay? When it comes to knowledge, understanding, sharing, you better have a piece of paper and a pencil, or have your phone and your notes, okay? We're going to have to stop right here, but there is so much more to this passing the spiritual torch, okay? Knowing or unknowing, pass it on to those who are hungry for it. Whatever area it is that you're doing in your life, don't take it to the grave with you without sharing it, all right? Thank you so much for joining me here on Focus and Faith. I am Eva. I can't wait till next time so we can get back to this. We've had some great topics, but we're going to pass on that spiritual torch. All right? Stay tuned. Have a great one. See you next time.